welcome back to the channel. Thank you to everyone that has been liking, viewing, and subscribing. We're coming up to the 200 subscriber mark. Let's make it our goal this week to make sure we hit that, and then we keep on going forward. Today we're going to talk about how everything stands as we look forward to our game week 5 plans. We're going to have to look at the different drafts. For those, I know there's a number of you people that will be wild carding this game week. I wouldn't advise it, but if you do look at your team and you feel like it really is that bad and you need to wild card this week, I understand. And it's better that, like I mentioned, since it's a marathon, not a race, work and plan for at least 3 to 4 game weeks of your team. So don't only look at this game week. Um, yeah, so let's get into it. First and foremost, we'll look at the different transfers in and out this week. We do notice that very many managers, experts are bringing in Salah. Over 13% of people are bringing in Salah. As I mentioned that, on the outside, I think you see Haaland make an appearance at 12% of people that are taking him out. Now, I do notice there's a trend that most of the people that are selling Haaland out are bringing in Salah for this game week specifically because most of them are going to wildcard in game week 6. The fixture against Arsenal is a tight one because Arsenal has one of the best defenses in the league. So you would understand them making that switch because financing for one of the other is also always hard. And mainly if you're going to wildcard and bring him back in game week 6. We do see Vardy also make an appearance. We have very many people that are bringing in Vardy and Calvert-Lewin because of that fixture, which we're expecting very many goals out of. Watkins also at 7% was a very good fixture run and is on form now. So Lanke makes an appearance, and then lastly Shade among the top 5 or 6. What I can mention about Shade is that Brentford fixtures are going to be good as well to be targeted from game week 6 onwards, like I mentioned in the previous video. So Shade makes an appearance together with Mbuemo. And we need to look with Wissa out. We did notice in the League Cup, Carvalho did perform very well with around 3 returns, 2 assets, and a goal. So he needs to be watched. And if he can get his way into the team, he would be a very good purchase at a very good bargain of around 4.8. On the people out as well, Isak does make an appearance. It was unfortunate for his owners with a knock of the ball onto his face. He got issues with his eye and he was bleeding through the nose, and he ended up being substituted off in the halftime. So we do see Saka as well because obviously, like I mentioned, this fixture is a tight one. And then we've seen Arsenal's creativity going forward also be affected a bit with Odegaard being out. We did get confirmation that he's going to be out for a while. So that is something to look out for. But their assets should really be good enough from 6 onwards because with playing Leicester and Southampton, you do believe they should be okay, really. We do see Moniz, who obviously has lost his position to Jimenez and onwards. So we do get to look at one of the first drafts of the teams, one of the expert teams from Fantasy Football Scout. We do see Henderson in goal, Trent Alexander, Konsa, and Pedro Porro in defense. If you remember from the previous video, I did show an expected AI rating of points that will be expected from the different positions. That is the defense, the midfield, and the forwards. And you will notice most of these teams of the drafts that have been picked out for Game Week 5 are informed by that information as well. In midfield, we have Rogers, as we said, Aston Villa fixtures, Salah, Eze, Diogo Jota, Smith Rowe, and then in the forward it's Haaland and Joao Pedro. And look at the defense as well. Sorry, at the bench as well. In this draft of the expert teams, they also pick Salah as their captain and Haaland as their vice captain. That is something to look at. We do get to see another draft pick. This is now from Fantasy Football Hub, where they go with Alisson Becker from our draft point expected points. You remember he led on the goalkeeper's side. Then we have Alexander Arnold, Pedro Porro, and then lastly we do have Digne, who is also very good attacking returns from Aston Villa. He's going forward and creating a lot of chances. In midfield, he has Salah, Palmer, Son, and McNeil, who has been playing a bit more central and a bit more forward in the new Everton setup, and is looking very good at the chances being created and expected chances created. And in the forward, we have Watkins, Mateta, who's back on form. He scored 2 goals in the last match, and then we got to notice he's actually the one on penalties, or they'll be switching between him and Eze. And then Vardy, like I mentioned, among the people that are being brought in. So our bench has Rogers, Faz, and Howard Bellis. Now, your role is to actually keep on looking out and noticing the different people that are being kept in these teams. So the last draft that we shall look at is for the Fantasy Football Scout. He has Verbruggen in goal. He does have Trent, Digne, and Aina. Aina Nottingham Forest's defense is looking very good, so I understand why he would trust them to bring them in against Brighton. He does have Salah, Son, Shade, whom we talked about, as well as McNeil. And then in the forward line, it's Haaland, Watkins, and Dilap. So as you can notice, there's a trend that I think you must have noticed in this team, which is going to lead us to our captaincy discussion. From all the different experts, we do notice that Salah is way ahead at around 85% of the people that are picking him. But if you do need, obviously, a differential captain, Haaland does make an appearance at 7%. Watkins has a very good fixture and is on form. Palmer as well, Son, and then lastly, Verdi. So yes, that's a couple of the fixtures that are coming up this weekend. Our deadline will be at 1 p.m. Ugandan time. Please continue to like, continue to subscribe, continue to view and look at the different content that we're putting out for you. I'll do try to make sure I put out a deadline stream before the deadline that will highlight my team and the different decisions I'll have made at that time. As after looking forward and hearing the different comments from the coaches and the managers in the press conferences that are later today. So look out for that, and then we'll see how we hope for a much better weekend and a much better results compared to last week. FPL responsibly, thank you very much, and I'll be hearing from you soon. Comment, ask questions, and I'll make sure to respond to all of them. Thank you.